So we're out of lockdown, so we can start doing some videos from the bank, which is good news. Sure, everyone's already been out a few times. I have been, I know, but first chance I've got to actually sit and do a video. So tonight I'm going to do chicken chorizo rice, just a one pot meal. Now I am going to do this on a cob. Main reason is because I've got my cob with me. I don't want to carry loads of other stuff, but this is easily a one pot stove meal. All you're going to need is a saucepan with a lid, a bit decent sized pan, you know. This can feed as many people or as few as, just play with your ratios. So yeah, let's get some food prepped and start cooking. So my coals are just heating up on the stove there. I've just put a handful in, I don't know, 10 or so briquettes. That'll produce enough heat, wind. But while that's heating up, I thought I'd go through our ingredients list. So we've got a chorizo sausage, some diced chicken. I just bought some chicken breasts yesterday, diced them up at home, whack them in a takeaway container. Bit of rice, it's about half a cup. It's only for me, don't need too much tonight. Onion, red pepper, vegetable stock. You could use chicken stock. Actually, I think chicken stock's probably better. This is just what I had at home. Cayenne pepper, hot smoked paprika, and then some mushrooms lastly. You could put whatever veg you want in it really. Celery would be good. You know, just use your imaginations. It's the kind of thing that's going to go well in rice. So if you get your chorizo in sausage form like I do, it's very important. It's got some kind of casing on the outside of it. You need to peel that off before you cook it. So get that peeled off. I mean, I'm not going to use all of that because that's rather a lot. I'll probably just sort of use sort of half of it for tonight. So yeah, get your casing all peeled off and then dice it up into decent sized chunks. Not too small, not too big. I'm just finishing up prepping my vegetables here. You know, decent chunks. Don't want it too small. You want something to get your mouth around. Just got to do my mushrooms now. So you could put whatever you want in here. You don't like mushrooms, don't put mushrooms in. Garlic could be good. I meant to bring some garlic. I just forgot, to be quite honest with you. But say bulk it out however you want. One thing I will say, prepping your chicken at home, you are not going to get no raw chicken anywhere. You know, that is just in there. That's going to go straight in the pan later. It's a good way to do it. It took me 5 minutes last night, not even that. So yeah, coals are nearly that. In fact, that can go off. Going to let that sit there for another 10 minutes or so, finish off doing my mushrooms, and then yeah, we're going to get cooking because I'm hungry. I've not eaten anything, so yeah, let's get going. We've got all our veg prepped and our chorizo sausage there at the end. Just waiting for my oil to heat up a little bit. You want to get a kettle of water standby ready. I'm going to warm that up in a minute. In fact, probably overfilled that a bit too much for my needs, but yeah, so just waiting for the oil to come up to temperature and then we're going to start cooking. Right, my oil's hot enough now, so I'm going to start off by cooking the chorizo and cheeky mushroom by the looks of it. Yeah, so we start with the chorizo. Don't want it too hot. If you're on a stove, be careful, keep it down a bit. We're just going to cook this for a little bit, and what's going to happen, chorizo is full of paprika and it's going to start releasing all that sort of nice, you can see it turning already, the colour's turning already. It's going to start going a nice red, so we're just going to This does burn quite quickly, so you need to be careful. You do need to have this quite gentle. So yeah, just cook it for a few seconds, just to infuse the oil a little bit really before we put the chicken in. So stick some chicken in and get it open. If you are going to cook this on a cob, don't throw in your meat all at once, because all you're going to do is cool your oil down, and you know, you're just going to stop the cooking process. I mean, that just goes for any cooking, let's be honest. You know, gently add it to the pan. You might notice there is quite a lot of oil in there. I do cook with quite a lot of oil, but I'm using olive oil, so reasonably healthy, and you need it, in my opinion. Now this is only for me, so I don't think I'm actually going to cook all that chicken. That's more than enough in there. So, get your chicken cooked off. I'm just going to whack the lid on this for a minute so the temperature comes back up, and yeah, we'll go from there. When your veggies cook through nice and soft, we're ready for rice. So in here I've got about half a mug of rice. Using a mug, a standard mug, Bankside Chef's mug, get one. Using a mug's going to be a good measuring device on the bank. You know, we've all got a mug. So this is about just under half a mug of rice. So we're going to add that to our pan, give it a stir. I'm going to add a teaspoon paprika, a teaspoon of cayenne, now we're going to add about 1.5 mugs of water. I pre-warm my kettle so we don't stop the cooking process, like I said earlier. So that's about right. Give that a quick stir. Gonna add our stock pot. You could dilute that into a mug, hot water, then pour it in. It's up to you. I'm just being lazy, to be honest. It's easier to put it in there, give it a stir. So once we're happy that is all melted down, I'm going to pop the lid back on that, and then we're not going to do nothing. I'm not going to stir it, not going to touch it. You don't want to be stirring rice constantly, because what you're going to effectively end up with is a risotto, because the starch is going to break up, and we don't want it like risotto. We don't want it like rice pudding. We want nice chunks, you know, nice grains of rice. So I'm going to pop the lid on that. Like I did say earlier, I am struggling really bad with the wind. So what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to pop this round the corner of my bivvy in a little sheltered spot, and just sort of leave it for 20 minutes, 15 minutes. If you're doing it on a pan, just set it to a very low heat, just so it's bubbling. Again, don't be stirring it, you know. just get it simmering, pop the lid on, forget about it for 10 minutes, keep an eye on it. If it looks like it's drying out, add a touch more water. After about 15 minutes, see if the rice is getting cooked. Yeah, so I'm going to get this popped in the shelter somewhere, and hopefully we don't end up with a disaster. So after 20 minutes in my makeshift wind shelter, we're done. Nice and ready. Rice is fluffed up nice, chicken's cooked all through. Check your seasoning, you might want a bit of salt. I'm not going to put any salt in, stock pots are very salty. And looks like the time is just right because the heavens are just opened, and I'm going to climb in my bivvy, have me dinner. I'm going to be double lazy because I'm going to eat it straight out of the pot, sod cleaning up. Yeah, so that's one pot, chicken, rice and chorizo. Nice and simple, hope you enjoy.